Alright guys, we're about to take down Alyssa's hair. I'm going to wash it and restyle it. I am truly multitasking right now because I'm trying to do her hair and I'm also listening to a webinar.
And you gonna do my hair.
Yeah, I'm going to do your hair. Alright, so she had it in these two little like space buns and I braided down the bottom half of her hair, and she's worn it like this for a little over a week now, so it's time to wash it. But it does matter how you take down hair, so that's what I want to show you right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil on my hands because we want to keep the ends of our hair moisturized and we don't want them to get tangled up with trying to take it down. And that rule also applies when you are taking down twister braids for a braid out or a twist out. You definitely want to have oil on your hands so that it makes the ends of the hair kind of slip off of each other a little bit better so that they don't get tangled up. Alright, so I'll get started. Alright, so I'm going to use this oil. It is a pro-growth root stimulating blend of castor oil, sweet almond oil, and willow bark. And I'm going to just put a little bit right here. Dip my fingers into it. And kind of just smooth it on the ends. Let's just do it that way. Get some oil kind of throughout the bottom. So I'm going to stick the end of this rat tail comb about 1 inch from the bottom of the braid. And it's real important that you are gentle with the hair. You don't want it to break. You don't want to cause more tangles by just starting too high and just trying to work down too quickly. You'll cause it all the tangles to come down to the end, and you'll literally have to cut that part of the hair off. So just be gentle, take your time. After you get to a point where it's, you know, the 3 large twists that you put together, or the 3 large sections that you put together, you can start unraveling it by those large sections. I'm gonna see if I can find those defined sections and just start to kind of unbraid it. Alright, so I'm literally unbraiding it. And where stray hairs have kind of collected around these sections, and you just stop, and you want to get those stray hairs into one of the 3 sections. Let's see if we can see this a bit better. Yeah, I'm just getting those stray hairs and adding them to one of the sections. And just remember to take your time and be gentle, because hair growth is part growth, part retention. Not only do we want hair to grow, we want to retain length that has grown. So it's very important that you're gentle with the hair. You take your time, give her something to do, such as pizza and veggie tails, and you will be just fine. Alright, so this time I'm going to wash our hair with this Mielle Organics Rosemary Mint Strengthening Shampoo. And I'll follow it up with the Mielle Organics Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask as her conditioner. And if you want to see in detail how I wash our hair, refer back to that last video. I'll try to link it right here above. And yeah, we're about to get started.
I love you.
Alright, so now I'm going to go section by section and kind of scratch her scalp to get up any buildup that may have accumulated from us not taking her hair down for like a week or 2. So, yeah, I'm going to do that.
What if I told you she was actually a public health specialist?
My nose.
She helped me very carefully. Should I get on Tina's first set? Yes, the people are on. We're so important. They're trying to put in their environment. I look back on this guy.
Okay, so this is the leave-in that I'm using. I'm using the Main Choice Do It For The Culture Accomplished Triple Layer Leave-In, and it smells so good. I'm going to use the Bold Buttery Gel from that same line. This is my favorite gel. It really makes the hair shine. And I'm also going to use the same oil that I used earlier, that Pro Growth oil. Because whenever you're styling hair, you definitely want to use the LCO or LOC method, which is the liquid oil, conditioner, or cream. You use liquid to moisturize the hair. You use oil to further moisturize the hair and penetrate the hair. And then you use the cream or the conditioner to seal it in, or that styler. Something to seal in the oil and the water so that the hair is moisturized. So I already have some leave-in here, oil here, and just a little bit of gel. I'm not doing it in small sections because she's about to go somewhere and I just don't have time to do that style, so I'll do that later. I'm not going to put too much product in it because I'm going to come back and style it later. I'm just about to do some quick ponytails just to get her through her trip to Gigi and Papa's house. When it comes to kids' hair, especially if they have tender scalps, you definitely want to manipulate the hair while there's some moisture in it so it's not painful. So I'm doing it while it is still wet. It's not dripping wet, but it's wet enough to manipulate. Alright, then I'll go over here and kind of do the same thing. I'll get a little bit of leave-in. That's okay, I can use it on the hair. I'm just going to run it through real quick. It looks like I'm being rough with the hair, but this hand is holding the tension, so she doesn't really feel this pulling. I'm just pulling that leave-in through the ends of her hair. Here I come, follow it with the oil. So the steps that I'm doing, you would do in smaller sections. But because she's about to go, I'm just doing it really quick. Alright, so I put gel on my hands and I'm just rolling it through to the ends. And the reason why I'm using some now, even though this isn't the final style, because her hair is wet now, I need to go ahead and seal that moisture in before it dries out. Now when I go back and style her hair later, I'll use more to further seal it and style it and set the style. But right now I'm focusing on sealing in the moisture. You can kind of see how that gel is working, holding on to those curls. I don't want it to get poofy and frizzy and tangly, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and put it into 2 big sections, and I'm pulling it to stretch it to decrease the shrinkage. I'm gonna twist it up. Alright, get to the last inch and just coil it. Wrap it around. And secure it with the small scrunch. And she is very active, so I'm actually leaving it there. Not for looks, but to keep it from coming undone. Same thing here. 2 sections. If it gets tangled, come to the end of it and just gently pull upwards to untangle it. 2 big sections. Pull the ends to stretch them, which decreases some of that tangling. Twist it up. Alright, same thing, scrunch. I'm going to use some Main Choice Super Hold Type 4 and Proud Edge Freezing Gel. And I haven't used this before, but I'm going to just get a little bit. And we're going to see how it works.
And let's see how it works.
Last one. We're gonna go leave-in. This is a leave-in.
Leave it.
Her hair is a bit thicker on this side, so there's a little more leave-in. And this section was the last to get treated, so it's a little bit drier than the other sections. So you want to be mindful of that. Think about that when you're styling and doing the hair. Oil.
Is this the right way on my side?
Stretching out the ends
Huh?
and twist.
Mom, is that it? Is that the last one?